We had some breaking news coming out yesterday on Tuesday afternoon that Joe Brady, offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills, has been promoted to become the next head coach for the Buffalo Bills. This all comes after the firing of Sean McDermott and the allegation drama that Tom Pagula and GM Brandon Beane were talking about how Sean Payton has let this team down, even though Sean Payton went into their office saying that we don't have a Super Bowl contending roster right now. And they ended up letting him go. But now Joe Brady, who has been Josh Allen's OC for the last couple of seasons, is now going to take over the head coaching reins. Man, talk about delusion that's going on in Buffalo. If you saw my last video when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're pretty much going to hear the exact same thoughts and opinions of what I'm about to say about the Buffalo Bills. Because the Buffalo Bills, there's some crazy stuff going on in Buffalo, man. This team, I understand this team, it has a new stadium opening up right next door to the Highmark Stadium, which is, I think it's still the Highmark Stadium, I think. It's just like a brand new stadium that they're going to call Highmark Stadium moving forward and whatnot. But Buffalo is in a state of disarray right now. They know that they don't have a Super Bowl team, but because Sean McDermott even admitted to Tom Pagula that they don't have a Super Bowl team right now, I feel like Tom Pagula took that as an offense because he knows that this team is not a championship team. It's just they're relying too much on Josh Allen because Buffalo going into the playoffs this past season was literally by far the worst built roster that the Buffalo Bills had built going into the playoffs this past season. And because he fired Sean McDermott because of a playoff loss, literally was the reason. And I don't believe his lies one bit. Tom Pagula's lies, I don't believe his lies. You know, he's just lying at this point because he fired Sean McDermott because of a playoff game. He literally admitted it in a press conference. And the fact that he promoted Brandon Beane to president of football operations is already bad enough. And now Joe Brady is going to take over the helm as head coach, which Joe Brady knows how the roster is right now. And they're going to put so much pressure on Joe Brady, in my opinion. They're going to put so much pressure on Joe Brady to try to get Buffalo over the hump. Even though Buffalo cannot get over the hump because they don't have the necessary weapons on offense, let alone they don't have the necessary pieces on defense to play elite football. This is going to be so problematic, like I mentioned in the Mike McCarthy video, my last video, where it's going to get bad to worse for Tom Pagula. And I learned that Tom Pagula is not only the owner of the Buffalo Bills, but he also owns the NHL team, the Buffalo Sabres, which I never really watch hockey. But we all know how, if you look up Tom Pagula's history, he literally burned that team down to the ground. And I have a feeling he's going to do the exact same thing to the Buffalo Bills. Bills Mafia, I want to see what you say in the comments section. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? And personally, I don't disagree if you have a bunch of emotions like the Steelers fan base when they get Mike McCarthy as their next head coach. But my goodness, this is not looking too good for Buffalo. And in my personal opinion, I think the window is closed for the Super Bowl at this point. I think your Super Bowl window is officially closed the way how the organization is being run. But let me know in the comment sections, Bills Mafia. Let me know what you think about this Joe Brady being promoted to head coach. Is it a right decision, bad decision? And for football fans as well, same question. Let me know in the comment section below.